All right, time now for better food. How about a cold bowl of soup? It's not as weird as it sounds.
It's not, especially in the summer. Grace Fallo of Tastefully Grace is joining us now with a delicious recipe for gazpacho.
Grace, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
All right, before we get to the magic recipe, what is this we hear about you being on the Food Network? What's going on?
Yes, I'm so very excited to be on a full episode of a brand new Food Network show called Money Hungry. That's going to be on Tuesday, August 31st at 10 p.m. The premise of the show is super, super fun. I'll be putting my taste buds to the test with a series of increasingly complex tasting challenges, ultimately for the chance to win $50,000. And the host of the show, you probably know him, is Cal Penn from the famous series Harold and Kumar. And as a host, he's just so fun, so amazing, so entertaining. So definitely tune in. It's going to be really exciting. August 31st at 10 p.m. See if I win the $50K.
All right, good luck. We wish you the best.
Tastefully Grace is using her taste.
Exactly.
All right, so you're going to show
yes.
You're going to show us how to make gazpacho. And, I knew a woman who was wonderful, and she kept gazpacho like in a pitcher in her fridge. And every time I was around, you just come by and pour a little glass of it. It's such a lovely thing to have.
Isn't it just so amazing to have on hand, especially to your point, you can keep it in the fridge for a pretty long time, like a week, and it'll stay really fresh. I'm actually going to be showing you how to make a gazpacho that has no bread in it. When I went to Spain, I was like obsessed with the gazpacho. I had it all the time. And I was especially obsessed with this one gazpacho. And I asked, is there any bread in this? And they said, nope, no bread at all, which is kind of, opposite of what a lot of people think you need to include in gazpacho. So I'm going to be showing you how to make that recipe today. It includes some beautiful heirloom tomatoes to start off. So all I did is I got some heirloom tomatoes. I cut out the core, which is like that little knob in the center. I chunked the tomatoes up. You can use any color too. It'll change the color completely if you use purple tomatoes or green. I have some cucumber here, and I have some Cubanelle peppers, which are just very mild Italian peppers. And those are really, really common in gazpacho. It just adds like a little extra something. I have some onion, I have some red onion here, and some garlic. So we have tons of veggies. The soup is so good for you. You're gonna pop it all in a blender, but now it's time to add in the real flavor here. So we have some sherry wine vinegar, which is also really, really common in gazpacho. It's kind of like the key ingredient. And it just adds a little extra tang, and it really plays off of those tomatoes really well and accentuates the flavor and almost like mellows out the acidity of the tomatoes a little bit. So definitely key. I have a little bit of cayenne pepper. This is optional, but I like a little back heat in my gazpacho. And then quite a bit of salt here. And we have olive oil, which is super, super key. You need to use really good quality extra virgin olive oil because it's really going to add a velvety texture. This is really what's going to give it the texture and the taste of the gazpacho too. You have to add a lot in there, and it's going to play off the tomatoes wonderfully. So you just blend all these ingredients together, and you're going to end up with this beautiful, smooth gazpacho. Look how pretty it is.
Oh my gosh, yum.
And I'm gonna be showing you, doesn't it look so good? Yeah. I wanna just like put it in the fridge and have it every day. So I'm gonna be showing you how to plate this gazpacho in 3 different ways. So the first is kind of your standard. So you're going to put it in a bowl, and I'm gonna show you some toppings to add onto your gazpacho. First off is some hard-boiled eggs that are chopped up. I don't know if you guys are fans of hard-boiled eggs, but this is really, really classic in gazpacho. It adds like a little creaminess to it when you mix in the hard-boiled egg into your gazpacho. And then I have some chives, just some fresh garden chives. It's gonna add a little pop of green. And then I have some Serrano ham, which is basically the Spanish version of prosciutto. And all I did was I just put it in a skillet, some slices in a skillet, heated them up until they're nice and crispy. And then I'm just gonna add like 2 little crisps on the top, and it's just gonna add like this meaty saltiness that's just so divine. So this is the first way that you can enjoy gazpacho. In a bowl, just your classic way. Second way that I love when I want to have gazpacho for dinner as a full meal is I just put a little bit of gazpacho on a plate as like a bed, and then I put a nice piece of fish on the top of it. You can use like cod, halibut. You can even serve your fish cold. And then it's basically a full meal here. We have a beautiful piece of fish. We have our veggies. And then I'm just going to drizzle some extra virgin olive oil in there. And then a pop of chive, just for a little extra green. And there you go, voila.
Beautiful.
And then finally, the final version I'll show you is my favorite. It's in a little shooter. So I have a gazpacho shooter. I just took a shot glass, filled it with gazpacho, and then I'm just gonna add a piece of shrimp right on the top. And this is just such a fun little like cocktail hour hors d'oeuvre to serve during the summer.
Well, it all looks terrific. My mouth is watering.
It's so good for you too. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you guys. It's so great to see you as always.
All right, August 31st at 10 p.m., the Food Network. We're going to check you out, Grace. Good luck.
Yay, thank you.